That's how we're working.
I'm glad that this video is going to start with us laughing.
That's how we start.
That's how I want that medical
Specifically,
license.
Kayla. Specifically.
So, from real killing mooses to jihads to I don't know, ball stars. Hi, welcome to Alignment Shift. This is what you're in for. If you're following us, you're used to this. If not, what are you doing here? Welcome to this week's episode of Alignment Shift. We're gonna play some Dungeons and Dragons here. I'm the Dungeon Master Cal. I'm joined by Steven.
Oh,
AJ.
Hey, boom.
George.
Hey.
Mackenzie.
Oh!
Kayla.
B.
And Peggy.
Okay.
All right, now let's see. Can I go
B.
one entire episode not calling a character by the player's name? Can we try that?
No.
One whole game.
Try.
You
I'm
you
gonna
can
try.
certainly
You
try.
got 2 gold on you, Cal. Let's
Two
see if
gold?
you can do it.
Oh,
All right, I've got
bye,
I will
Peggy.
take that 2 gold and raise you a level.
Oh.
So,
I'll take that bet.
Starting-
You would.
starting where we left off, the party is currently split in twain. One half currently stalking the camp in the New Umber Hills, just outside of Amman, where Eddard Drassig has his armies amassed, preparing a sort of almost Cold War wage on Amman, where they've built up fortifications and are spreading paraphernalia into the city, into the surrounding areas, recruiting into this separate faction. The Throne of Taldore has been empty for 30 years now, being run by a council rather than a monarchy. However, Eddard Drassig has decided that since his family used to be the king, and clearly this council is not providing for not only Amman, but all of Taldore as needed, better leadership needs to step up. To counter this, Oliver de Rollo has put his name in the proverbial hat to also lay claim to the throne of Taldore. Wasn't originally going to, but seeing the traction that Drassig was gaining, he decided to also oppose him to better provide for the people. So that is why our party kind of been avoiding the New Umber Hills, but they why are we I got a couple players of evil villains here watching. Half the party is stalking the camp after receiving information that they have a handful of friends within the confines of the camp, namely Ananduil, the elven friend of theirs, and Lorelei, another friend, a member of the Black Hand. So they also have an insider who had infiltrated the camp in an attempt to gather more information, Benedictus. So 3 members, by extension of Vera Honoran, in a way, that are currently unknown whereabouts in the camp, though kind of assumed. The other half of the party had returned to Amman to do further discussions with Oliver on how best, what he knew about the camp, which unfortunately was the same amount that a scout in the area basically had that the other party mentioned, but they decided to work up a bit of a diversion to try to assist the group that is on the inside. Elena is going to potentially here be donning the armor of her brother, a gaudy, white-covered mother of pearl suit of armor with diamond inlays and gold. Something that can be seen all the way from space. Yeah, sure. I was gonna say Vasselheim, all the way to Amman, but as Drassig had issued a challenge to meet Oliver in the open fields between Amman and the New Umber Hills. hoping that this display will draw enough of the army out to give a little more leeway to the party within. And that is where we picked up. That's where we left off. Just as Sapala had met with a strange woodland creature that was seemingly part of the trees, asking her if she would help restore this once sacred grove to its natural state. And Sapala swore that she would restore it. And that is where we'll pick up. So, party that is in the Umber Hills. We have Vale, Mackenzie 2. Oh!
There it is.
There it is.
Did I get a level?
Oh, Mackenzie 2 gets a level.
Oh.
Mackenzie 2 gets love, yep.
Can he just get all his spells back? Because he can't technically, he technically can't level up.
Have spells.
It's
He
new.
does. He
Xavier
does.
has spells.
Yeah.
Got him.
Yes, he has spells.
How far into the recording are we? Not 5 minutes?
Let me check. Yeah, 5 minutes.
I can't do this.
6 minutes.
I will never be able to do this.
I believe.
Just look.
Xavier 2.
Just look at Discord.
And Sapala, just the three of you, correct? Eldorez, Elena, and not being extra cautious, Glaive are all back at Amon, correct?
With the the simulacrum is with
With Xavier Prime.
Xavier Prime is at the camp.
Yeah, Xavier Prime's at the camp.
Oh, okay, had that backwards. All right. So
It's all
picking up
good.
where we left off. Go on.
Wait, we have fake gear?
Yeah, in Amon.
Yeah, I thought it was the other way around.
No, we have fake. We have fake with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With
In Amon,
All right.
and then Prime is at the camp.
yes.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. That camp. I got the camps mixed up.
Oh, come on, George.
Both
So-
are camp.
As Tapala returns to the two of you over on the edge of Drassig's camp, evening is fast approaching. It is now well beyond dusk. You can just barely see off in the distance the faint glow of the sun as it sets. No longer visible, just that little orangish on the edge of the horizon, and night is waning quickly. You are, however, right on the edge of the enemy camp. There are sentries. Large bonfires are erected, and you can hear the strangest chorus of voices coming from this camp. Deep-throated orcs chanting around the bonfires, high-pitched goblin just noises coming from the right-hand side of the camp, and of course, music. You can see some of the humans are out there playing like hurdy-gurdies and violins and things like that. There's a rather jovial atmosphere to this encampment. One big party. However, on the edge, what are you going to do? And first of all of you roll stealth would be a great start.
Oh, good. Is it sound-based stealth?
Not entirely, no.
Is it
Good question.
competence-based stealth?
Kind of.
Uh-oh. Wait, you say competence or confidence?
Yes.
Yes.
Not sure if I either. Yeah, it's fine. We're good.
All right, rolls.
31.
Damn.
It's all right.
29.
It's not my best.
9. And Sapala?
16.
16. All right. Sapala, as you make your way back to the edge of the embankment where everyone is kind of hiding low in the grass, walking a little cautiously, you're still a little elated with the conversation that you had with this strange forest spirit. You don't crouch as low as you had the first time. Over up in the edge of the camp, you see one of the guards, Vale, with your perception.
I'm sorry.
You see one of the guards kind of turns and starts kind of looking in the direction where Sapala is. She's short enough in the grass where you feel like he can't get a good look at her, but you do see him turn. He's carrying a torch, has his hand on a sword, and begins walking in her direction.
I'm sorry. How much lower can she get?
What's that, Phil?
Paula hit the deck.
She drops.
All right. The figure comes forward. He's now within about 10 feet of where he last saw you. Are you going to do anything else?
Do I also notice this, or?
You would have heard in the earring Sapala drop and looked over.
I have Beak go and like rush out of the bushes to distract him.
Well, that's better than my plan.
Just as he's coming up toward where Sapala is, he's got his sword drawn at this point, and the torchlight is bathing over the grass. He puts the blade in the grass right where Sapala is and pushes it aside. And just as it parts, Beak flutters out of there. He jumps back, lets out a yell. Holy shit! His eyes follow it up into the air.
He got scared by an owl.
Howl turns around, walks back toward the camp.
Guys, don't want to alarm you, but someone here has been possessed by an owl. Who? I don't know. We don't.
It reminds me of another one where there was a tiger was infiltrating some base. He walks up behind someone, snaps their neck, walks up behind someone, snaps their neck, walks up to another one, snap. Oh, it's an owl. The head just turns around.
Just shotgun. Yeah, I've seen that. All right. Sorry.
Off topic.
You're okay to keep coming back.
She like scoots on the ground.
At this point, just for player knowledge, I would like to remind Sapala that you can at will turn into any animal that's like normal. Just pointing that out there.
Normal.
Yeah. I know.
What do you mean?
I mean, like you could have turned into a field mouse.
Yeah.
With
It's funny 'cause at the
An
time I forgot
With-
owl. She
with-
can turn
with-
into an owl.
with,
Or
with,
an owl.
with how some of these fucking guards are, why they probably would have stabbed her anyway.
I was thinking about that last week when she was crawling up the goat path, like on her belly. I'm like, you could just like turn into a badger or something and just all the way up.
What do you
Why
mean?
would I
Or
do
a
that?
goat.
When I
Thinking
can
badger.
make everything 10 times harder on myself.
So anyway, Sapala, you make your way back to Xavier and Vale. How are you guys, as the night is drawing closer, how are you spending the evening? Are you infiltrating the camp tonight? Are we making our own makeshift camp here on the edge?
Haven't
Okay,
heard.
so let's review real quick. Okay, so we have line of sight on the cages.
Broken
Where-
line of sight. It's like you can just kind of see the
Okay.
edges of some cages.
It's on the other side of a tower, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we haven't confirmed anything in those cages.
No.
Okay.
Give me 3 seconds.
Smash.
Ooh.
I could
3.
probably confirm.
It got stuck.
What?
What?
Huh?
What got stuck?
Okay.
I said give me 3 seconds and I ran away, but I was gone like 5 seconds because the water bottle got stuck in the back.
Oh. Cool. Yeah, we should probably confirm the location of our friends.
I can do that with a good chance of not being detected.
Alright.
Kayla, you also have a message.
It's sending.
You could send a message to the people in the cave. And be like,
But
"Hey,
that's
did you
not
hear?"
fun.
Don't listen to these otherworldly voices. You do you.
That's not fun.
Okay, I'm just trying to help you out.
Is Liam Neeson still there with them?
No, at this point, Liam Neeson said that he was going to be heading back down the goat path and keeping an eye on the way up. I didn't know that sounded that much like Liam Neeson. I forgot about that.
Xavier, you could probably put the dome a little bit down the hill, right?
I got something better.
What?
I have something better. But yes, I have something for us. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
You got
All right. Sure.
I've got some.
I know what you're referring to.
It's great when the DM doesn't even know.
What time of day is it? Again? Is it
It's past
One
dusk.
second.
okay?
Yeah,
7 or 8.
we should keep an eye out for a little bit. Do we have a way to talk back to everyone else?
You don't, Def. Well, you have a Scryball.
I do not
Oh, Glaive still got that?
think so.
No,
Uh,
I don't.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, then you have it back.
I gave that back to you.
Okay.
So yeah, you have the Scryball. I don't know if you're attuned to it.
I am not.
No. No, he's not, because he doesn't want to make the call to Masuda, because he's a coward.
Not. This is false.
That's a little true.
this is false.
I've been a little busy.
Like this is true.
It's like 30% true.
30%. I'll accept 30%. Regardless,
30%.
we should keep an eye on this camp for now, and if anyone with an extensive knowledge of magical abilities can report back to the rest of the group, they should do that. Because I believe our earrings do not reach that far.
No.
We agreed on 500 feet, I believe.
Yeah.
I think so, something like that.
I think
you-
that's what they.
That would be really funny if they were only 500 feet away.
Wow, Mon's a lot closer than I thought.
Yeah, right? Like, oh shit, it's right there. Alright, let's go get an in, guys.
So Kayla, you said you wanted to do some reconnaissance.
Possibly.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
Um. Hold on.
Umber Hills, yes, yes.
Huh?
What?
Oh. Frustration.
So you said that they're like partying down there?
Yes. From where you are sitting, you can hear music coming from every camp. They seem to be segregated into their own individual cultures that make up their army, but everyone's having a good old time.
Okay, so they don't seem to be like gathered around like important people.
From this distance, you cannot tell.
What about if I try and use this scope again?
Make a perception check with advantage.
I've cleaned it now.
Which are you going to be looking at? All the camps? One in particular?
The closest one. I don't have the map up. I think it was like
Hold on, I gotta pull my map up. Okay.
the one with the cages, really. That's my.
Oh, that's the officers' encampment.
yeah, that was it.
Secret tunnel.
I think last time I just rolled badly
Good
with the scope.
tunnel.
23.
23. All right. Glancing at the scope, you are able to get a better look at the cages, which again are obstructed. There appears to be a large palisade that has been built around them. There's like spiked remnants of trees that have been hewn and sharpened into anti-cavalry embankments up against the cages. You can just barely get the edge of them. But as you follow the cages along, you see the watchtower. It's kind of hard to make out anything past it. But as you take the scope and go a little bit further to the left, you see a large number of what look like officer tents. Compared to the other human ones, orc ones, these are nicer, larger, not grandiose, but clearly has room for more than just a cot in it. A lot of them look like barely a tent to keep you out of the rain. These ones would have room for like a table in them, chair, for planning purposes potentially. And as you glance in that direction, you do see through your scope a couple of figures. One of them being a woman with these almost glow in the dark yellow eyes, long hair with like beads in it. She has just exited one of the tents and seems to be heading toward the bigger one. And she's followed by two kind of dark-haired, younger-looking males that you can't see from behind who they are, but they're following her toward the large tent.
I love the image of this. Like 100 meters off or so, my monk on the hill with a sniper rifle. I've got him scoped up and everything, but I don't know how to fire this gun. Or, as far as I know, it has no ammo.
I thought it did. I thought it had at least a bullet in it.
According
I
to
tried it.
Vale, for Vale's knowledge, she does not know if there is any ammo in it. Oh my god, I've never told you guys. I might have told Peggy this.
Weren't you the one that found it?
Yeah, I failed my check though.
Yeah.
Big
Oh.
surprise, I know.
Oh.
I'm perfectly lined up to take a shot. Can't do it.
Yeah, as player knowledge, not character knowledge, there is a hidden compartment in the buttstock that has like 5 rounds in it.
Okay.
I see. I remember us finding that.
Maybe. I don't remember.
I figured it was like a magical reloading system or something. I don't know. In any case,
I need one notebook and I can't find it.
Oh.
There it is.
I'll watch that person for a little bit. I don't recognize them. Because that doesn't sound like the description of anyone I know.
Make an insight check. I'm trying to decide what I'm trying to decide what would be recognizing character that you've seen once through a sniper rifle scope over 100 meters away. And that's why I'm going with insight.
I just like long distance insight. 16.
All right. They have a familiar gait to their walk, a certain hoitiness you are all too familiar with.
God damn it, it's Elena.
Excuse you?
While you know it's not Elena, it is very potentially a Derolo, both of them.
Oh,
Damn it.
You thought you were joking, you were right.
wait, did you say
So-
male or female?
I said 2 dark-haired individuals.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, I thought I heard female.
No.
Well, you
I
said
said-
there was
Accompanying. They're accompany. Yeah, that word. A female.
Gotcha.
Being a
Okay.
female.
Alright,
Um,
I'll just keep watching for a little bit.
So we wanted to check in with the others.
Yes.
What do you want to say?
We kind of got a layout of the camp. I think. Can't remember his name. He had the guy who had the crude drawing of the map, the scout.
Millar.
Bilar.
Liam
Polar,
Neeson.
Yeah.
I believe he had another copy of the map sent back.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a rough approximation of the cages. If you can swing by and check who's in what cage, or just which cages are occupied even, that would be beneficial.
What?
Check which cages are
Yeah.
occupied.
We asked the question, Kayla.
I'm confused right now.
What's happening?
She asked if we should message people.
Oh, to check in with the other group.
Yeah.
So you want me to say that?
Well, I mean, check the cages first.
Check the cages first and then check in.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
My
we'll
mind's
just
not working.
we'll just hang out up here either till morning or till we hear something different.
Okay. All right. Dope. Let's do this.
I will cast guidance on Sapala.
All right, Sapala, what are you
I'm-
gonna do?
I'm gonna be smart this time,
I'll cast water
and
breathing
I'm
on her.
gonna.
Just
Huh?
kidding. Just kidding.
I'm gonna change into a cat.
All right, hold on 1 second here. Let's get a cat.
A dragon.
A dragon.
A dragon cat.
Totally change into a snake.
A little flitter thing.
Oh, what kind of cat?
A black cat.
Oh, of course. Hold on. It's the one that didn't pop up.
What kind of cat would you think I would?
Calico cat.
I don't know. I searched for images of
mountain
cat, and it came out with like all white cats, calico cats. Ah, there we
As
go.
black as the night.
Kayla's trying to get her goth on.
I'm gonna be a sneaky cat.
All right.
I really hope so.
Plot twist: beak comes down out of the sky and plucks her up.
Oh no.
no.
Is that the backup plan?
Maybe avoid the goblin camp.
They might try to
Sneaky,
get you.
sneaky.
All right. So on your screen now, Kayla, is the officer area. You make your way over as a cat past the watchtower and save settings. You should see at the bottom corner there a cat that you can control.
It's so tiny.
The cages in question are up over here. Roll
Yeah.
me a stealth check.
And you can add a D4.
And then add a D4.
Yes.
For guidance.
Only lasts for a minute.
24.
All right. Let me roll a perception. Okay. Show me the exact path that you take, or describe to me the path you take as a cat. Are you going to follow just like the walking path here, beelining it, going around?
I don't remember how to use this machine. Hold on.
This infernal device.
This
I
machine.
don't remember how to do the line thingy.
The little upside down Q icon on the toolbar,
Thank you.
left side.
Yep.
And you
So I
can
was
right
gonna,
click
like,
the plot points.
Skedaddle on around here,
Okay.
and then I was gonna like skedaddle like that.
Okay. Perfect.
It's a lot of skedaddling.
All right. So as you
'Cause I'm a
slink around,
skadoodle-doodle.
this large tent, it appears to be made out of just massive whole hides. None of them have been cut. You can see the individual limbs of whatever large bison-like creatures were slain for the making of this crude tent. On the inside, you can hear some figures having. You can't tell if they're celebrating or if they're arguing. And do you speak Orcish?
No.
Okay. So as you go by, all you hear is just this chorus that's like Gundarak, Gundurita.
I really
there's
hope they're singing.
sounds of like impacts on the inside, and again, you're not sure if it's a drum beat or someone getting punched. So you kind of quickly move on beyond that tent. As you pass these little ones, inside each and every one, you can see a goblin creature curled up in a little ball with a little sleeping bag. But each and every one of them is also horribly disfigured. Some of them are asleep with their eyes wide open. One of the tents, the one you have to kind of scoot by the closest, is apparently laughing in his sleep. As you go by, there's just this. So you quickly go by that one too. So coming up upon the cages here, they are all lined with a crude tapestry laid over the top of them. This patchwork, clothing, capes, rough-hewn draperies, parts of a sail barge, anything to keep them kind of hidden. You can hear subtle voices coming from, let me mark this here. Let me mark it in something that's not scary looking, like red. Subtle voices coming from this one. And you can hear what sounds like panting and gnashing coming from this one.
You have teeth.
I mean,
It's Jack.
okay. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if it's a non-duel. I mean, come on.
A feral
Um,
state.
Oh,
So
wow.
I guess that I'm probably. Hold on. Now I need to click on it. My cat is probably like right here, right?
You go.
Yeah.
Yep, perfect. You're right there. So the two cages that are directly in front of you, you're close enough on them that you can see that they are empty, except for the one directly in front of you. Actually, has a large number of dead bodies piled up in it.
None of
Hard.
them look recognizable, right?
Make an inspection check.
Oh my
Inspect.
god.
Why does that feel weird?
Investigate.
Investigation. My God, I'm like inspection check. That's not the word. Why can't I think of the word?
Inspection druid.
Investigation.
This is a druid inspection.
And
20.
20. Okay, perfect. You come up over to the bars. You give them a little cat sniff, any familiar scents or anything like that. You peer at each of the faces. All of them seem long dead. Really long dead. They are gaunt, and their skin is pulled back, and it looks like they have had their blood drained as well.
Okay. And they don't. So I can't tell if any of them are like I know any of them.
No, none of them. You don't recognize any of them.
Okay. So I'm gonna go. Over to the one that I heard voices from.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and like see if I can see anybody.
Okay.
I don't know.
So you walk up on the pads of your feet as quietly as you can. Make another stealth check. I'm gonna say with advantage as a cat, because cats are stealthy little fuckers.
18.
Okay. So you come up to the cage and you use your head to kind of push aside a little bit of the fabric, and glancing in with your night vision, you see this being pitch black on the inside of the cage, slumped up against the back wall away from you. Not slumped, more like they have their hand kind of pressed up against the bars, and they're muttering to someone on the other side. And glancing at her, it's a not duel.
Okay, am I small enough to be inside the cage? Like, is that possible?
Yes, you are small enough where you could fit right into the cage.
Are there any traps? Just to be sure.
Make an investigation check, Kitty.
I climb into the cage. Wait, are there any traps?
late. The trap has
Just
been
making
thrown.
sure, okay. 23?
You're not overly familiar with a lot of modern magic or
No.
arcane magic. You're a druid, but you go to take a step into the cage, and just before you put your paw in there, you notice that there are little runes inscripted all around the cage. You don't know what they mean, but they can't be good.
Okay, well, I'm not going inside, but can I go to this? Can I go to around to the side that she's like her head's closest to?
Okay. So you, this is very important. Which side of the cage are you going to pop out from? Let me for Pipatu. Hold on, let me get green here.
Are you sure?
It is right here, murmuring to the back wall.
Okay. Which side do you consider the back wall? Just to be. Okay. Um. Well, let me ask you a question. Is the fabric going all the way to the ground?
No, no, it's very tattered and there's little levels up and down.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Um. Oh, this is such a hard decision. Why? I'm gonna go around. This is not okay. I'm gonna go around. It's not working.
That
This
side?
way and then
Okay.
go that way.
All right, perfect. So you round the corner there. As you begin approaching the backside of the cage where Ananduil is closest, you hear this other voice that appears to be talking to her. As you come around the corner, you see in the dark a figure in all black robes. She is also sunken down on the ground, laying with her back up against the cage. And you also notice um, immediately that she has this stark white hair. And as you're coming around the corner, you see this hair is braided up around two pitch black horns on her head, and you hear her voice almost choking through tears, talking to Ananduil, and you hear her say, "I just don't know anymore. I'm so confused all the time. And am I doing what is right? Am I doing what is wrong?" I like our conversations. I enjoy. Oh, hi, Kitty. She turns and looks directly at you.
I'm gonna act like a cat. I'm just gonna act like straight up cat and be kind of like, but then like warm up to her slowly.
Make a deception check.
Sundari cat.
I love this.
Okay. 20?
All right, so you play like a cat and skitter away a little bit, and she, no, no, it's okay. I won't hurt you. I won't hurt you. And you come back a little bit slowly, and just before she touches you, you back up a little bit. So close. And you come up a little bit, sniff her hand, and she kind of gives you like a little stroke along the head. There, see, I'm not. I wish you could pet this kitty too. It's a nice kitty.
I give a little small meow.
I am going to call you Mao. I like you, Mao.
Meow.
Mao. She stops petting you for a moment and just kind of like slumps back down. And you can see she's been crying. I know I'm on the right path, and I know the path is hard. But hard things are expected of those who want to make real change in the world, isn't that right? And Ananduil on the inside, you can hear her kind of muttering back, like, "It's okay, like you're doing the best you can, but hurting people's never right." You can tell that even Ananduil's a little conflicted because usually she's bubbly and she's really bubbly, or she's really upset and she's really upset. But she's in some kind of mid state right now where she doesn't really know how to behave. So she's kind of stuck between them.
Okay. I'm going as cat, obviously. I'm going to like nuzzle up to the horn lady. I know who she is, but I'm not gonna say it. And like purr and stuff. I'm trying to comfort her, but I can't. Except as a cat.
She gives you like one final scratch behind the ear a little bit. Thank you both for listening.
And then I'm gonna kind of like go around to the other side of the cage, normally, not like fast or weird,
Yeah.
just normal.
As you're going to walk away, she with the horns also stands up and appears to like walk away kind of solemnly. Take a moment just before getting to the edge of the cage and wipes her face down, and then walks back out, looking a little more intimidating as she walks away. She puts this stride to her gait that is an air of importance that was not there a moment ago as you go the opposite direction.
And then when I see her walk away far enough, I'm gonna go back to where Nanawa was, and I'm gonna meow at her.
You're gonna what?
Meow at her.
Oh my gosh, the kitty's here too. I want to pet the kitty.
Do I see a flower anywhere?
No, it is dead here. Everything is uprooted. The ground is trampled. The grass is turned brown.
Okay.
A hand reaches like under the bar, and you can see this like kind of bluish red hand reaching out from under the tapestry.
I lick it.
Good kitty. Good kitty. And then the hand turns blue. Kitty.
Oh. Okay. And then as Kitty Sapala so you said that I heard stuff from the red one?
Yes.
I want I'm gonna peek, but I'm not gonna like engage. I just want to peek to see.
All right. So, as you come over toward the red one, there is a just horrible sound in there, like this pained, like someone gnashing their teeth together, grinding them against each other, kind of howling.
So it doesn't sound like an animal, like it sounds like a person.
It does sound like a person. And as you peek in, you see another mound of bodies. Just like the other ones, all their faces gaunt and drained. However, in this one, there are two figures that are still moving. One, you see in the corner on the opposite side, a figure wearing very tattered brown clothing is sitting on the balls of their feet with their head in their hands, and they are like tearing chunks of hair by the like fistful out of their head, and that's the figure that you can hear is making this like grinding teeth sound and moaning and this agonizing like torment that this person is in.
Yeah.
On the other end of the cell, completely opposite the pile of bodies, you see manacled to the cage wall, Laura. And she has been stripped down to just bare clothing. And you see that there are a large number of cuts and gashes all across her body. And her head is just hanging limp. She's alive and breathing. But as you sit there and with your cat-like senses, the smell of iron from her blood is permeating the air. And that's when you realize that all those gaunt faces are vampires.
Great. So the one that's gnashing their teeth, I don't recognize them, do I?
Make a perception check.
24.
As you look at them, they are clearly the one that has killed all the vampires that are in here. You can see that their hands are broken and bloodied. There are serious like chunks torn out of him, and you are looking at Liam Altira.
No! No! No!
So when you said you had something else,
Why
What's
do you
that?
do this to us?
Okay,
To answer that question, because no one checked in on the vampires after that happened.
saying you're not
Can-
capable.
can I go to the side or end or area where of the cage where Laura is?
Before you do that, make a with your perception check as you were looking at Liam. A figure has come out of one of the main tents, and you see a vaguely familiar to you. You don't remember their name, I assume, unless you do remember their name. A large, it looks like a dragonborn. However, they actually have a large set of red leathery wings off their back, standing very tall. Actually, no. Was Kayla there for that?
I don't remember ever meeting anybody like
Who
that.
are
Never
you
mind. You've
talking
never.
about?
Never
Might
mind.
have
You've
been
never.
right after, but I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I don't remember. Anyway, regardless, a large, it looks like a dragonborn, a humanoid being with red skin as red as blood, wearing these ornate like gold rings and cuffs on their horns, a very thick set of armor and sword. But unlike a dragonborn, which are typically don't have wings or anything, he's got this large set of wings on the back. He looks a lot more feral, more dragon-like than a real dragonborn, and he is walking directly toward the cage that you are currently sitting at.
Can I go to the opposite side of the cage?
Yep, you scurry around to the opposite side of the cage, and you hear their
And
footsteps.
stealth.
And roll stealth check.
I want to stealth doing this. Oh! Yeah! Sorry, I'm running good tonight.
You're
22.
good.
And that was
22.
a nat 20.
Nat 20. All right. Stealthy as a cat, you around to the other side of the cage. Just as you hear these footsteps in the gravel, even barefooted, the sound of his feet impacting on the ground are just these meaty impacts. Comes over to the cage, and you just hear this clang as it sounds like he smacked his fist up against the cage, and you just hear him. You're going to give in eventually, vampire. Come on, smell her blood. You can smell it. And being on the other side, you can't see what's going on, but you have not heard him walk away.
Uh-huh. Does he have armor on his legs?
He does.
I don't think anyone would blame you if you cast Call Lightning.
She can't.
I know, but still.
Can I peek to see if he's walked away?
As you take a peek, he is standing with his back to the cage, arms crossed. Seems like he's waiting for something to happen.
Okay, so am I closer to Liam or is he?
He is closer to Liam.
Ah, idiot.
So for drawing standpoints here, this. Oh, that's way too dark for you to see. Sure, we'll go with red. This is Liam. This is. Oh God, that's all right. The blue, if you can see that, is Laura.
Uh-huh.
And let's use this for our friend, And the cat is on this side of the cage up against the barricade.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It doesn't look like he's gonna go away anytime soon, does he?
It does not. It looks like this is a kind of regular evening torment for him to watch this vampire starve after killing in this cage.
Oh, okay, so he's an asshole. Great. He's gonna be the first to die.
Vale would probably thank you.
Okay. I think I get the picture of what's going on. I'm gonna head back and stealth on my way. I'm gonna stealth until I get to like.
I'm going to accept your last natural 20 as the
Alright.
previous stealth check there. So you slink your way back through the camp, even braving right between a guard's legs as he's walking by, like the wind you're through. You make your way back to Vale and Xavier. You are there. Xavier and Vale, what have you been doing for this probably 20 to 30 minutes she's been gone?
Trying to figure out how to detach the scope.
So I'd say make a tinkering check. Intelligence. Make an intelligence check.
Okay. 14.
You get it. You see it. You tug on it. It has a little bit of give, but there's like this weird like plus sign device in there that looks like it needs to like be removed. You don't know how that goes in there. You're like, somehow got to pull out this pin, but there's a weird plus sign. I don't know.
I'm proficient in thieves' tools.
Do they have screwdrivers?
Maybe. I would include a screwdriver with thieves' tools.
Well, the DC was 15 and you rolled 14.
Of course.
Apparently, they've got Phillips
Story
head
of my life.
screws, though.
Well, I'm thinking Percy invented them.
Yeah, I know.
I had to make it a little
Oh,
difficult, like Percy made
The
it. So
Rolo heads.
the Rolo heads, yeah, the Rolo head
Can I add
screwdriver.
anything else?
You could give yourself guidance.
Sure, if I have that time.
Yeah, you got half an hour. You can take plenty of time.
Cool. 15.
Hey, you figured it out though. You're like, oh,
Yay!
you know what? That looks like I got a thieves tool that should work on that. You pull out your pouch, you push it in there. It doesn't quite fit perfectly, but you are able to remove the screw that attaches the scope to it. So yeah, you now have the scope of the rifle.
I was
Separate.
Yay.
I can't believe you are dismantling my aunt's sniper
I can't believe you're
rifle.
not here.
To be fair, she's not using it.
It's true.
Still.
Anyway, at that point, Kayla, you return just as Vale pops off the end of the scope.
Is that another point? You said
Uh-huh.
you said Kayla, not Sabala.
Did I, mother trucker?
It's okay. When I get back, I immediately change back into my normal self. And I'm sobbing pretty much. I'm just crying tears. And we're getting in there as soon as possible. And we're gonna kill a heckin' dragonborn.
What, the Harn?
I don't know who he is.
Leave him.
I don't know who he is. He's red armor, gold stuff, and wings, and he's dying. That's all that matters. They have Liam, and all of his family has died. And they have Laura in the cage with Liam, and they're starving Liam, so he will kill Laura. And Anondamo's blue. She's heckin' blue.
Poor bastard
God,
came
he's
down
gotta
with a
go.
case of pissing off Sapala.
And do you know how hard it was for me to leave them there?
I can imagine.
We have to get them out. Like now. He had armor on,
Yeah.
so I couldn't fight him.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure we can wait until morning. I don't know if Liam will have that kind of time.
I don't think so. And if we're not all going in, I'll go in by my dang self if I dang have to. God
Where-
dang it.
What?
Won't have to.
Where was he?
Or
You,
was who?
Liam.
In the cage with Laura.
Okay.
Gnashing his teeth and pulling out his hair.
Was
No, vampire stuff.
Laura conscious, or was she out?
I don't know.
Well,
But there were this dumb heckin' Dragonborn who's gonna die was taunting Liam. And it's not okay.
well, I can see what I can do. We need, just in case, let's send a message to the others and let them know what you found.
Telling them that I'm going in. They can just get over it.
Well, also to let them know that, just in case, I might be summoning them.
Was that description enough for me to figure out who that is?
Well, Vale, what do you think? Do you think it would be?
I don't know.
If you need better description, I got
It's
you.
been a long time since we were there.
I feel like with your memory of with it coming back to you that your father was dead and potentially killed by this individual, it's a little burned into your memory.
Coming back to you.
It's all coming back to me now.
Yeah, they need to know the
Abishai.
context involved.
Who is he?
Do you want me to remind you his
I
name?
believe his name was Lasser.
You remember?
I remember that one.
Well, he's gonna die. He's not
My
gonna
dad
die.
used that name for an elf.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I remembered it. I believe he's the leader of this sect of the cult of Tiamat.
Mm-hmm.
Player or character knowledge: Tiamat's flail.
That's right.
All right. Well, we need to let the others know what's going on, and that time is of the essence.
Yes.
We really don't have time to wait.
No, we don't.
I'm not leaving Liam in that condition.
All right. Can you send the message? Xavier and I'll think of a way in and out.
What do I say?
Just tell them that they have more of our friends than we thought, and that we're going to attempt to get them out.
And they have the cult of Tiamat on their side.
That too.
Did they? I don't know if they already knew, but reinforce that I believe the remaining members of the tincture are here.
I think it's only the two left. All that's left is
I don't know.
Gorgoth, Grogath, and
They were
Roulette.
recruiting.
Yeah, you've killed most of them.
And if you can fit it in there, let them know possible summons. And I show my hand. Just in case things go majorly south.
Just taking heckin' notes.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to get all the info in.
Then while she does, while she's thinking of what to say or how to phrase it and whatnot, I can get us there, and I could potentially get them out without the cage being messed with.
Oh, there is runes on the cages, but I don't know what they say.
I can dispel them.
Good, because if not, I'm just taking the cage with me.
Sapala turns into an elephant, just drags the cages away.
I was.
Do whatever the heck I have to get them out of there. I'll turn into a whale and just smash everything.
All right, I got it. You turn into an eagle, fly up a couple thousand feet, turn into a whale.
Never goes badly.
What? Now I'm wondering what CR whale is.
Probably depends
You
on the
said-
whale.
Tiamat is helping them or whatever?
The cult.
The cult of Tiamat.
The cult. If I just say the cult, they'll know what I'm talking about, right?
There is a killer
I
whale
mean, there are a lot of cults.
that is a CR3,
Mm.
Ooh,
and it has average 90 hit points.
the
I can
whole
take a
nine
pretty good
yards.
hit.
Here we go.
Considering what's the technical cap on fall damage? It's like 200 something.
It's 20, technically 20d6, but Matt Mercer would do Terminal Velocity, where he does. There isn't really a cap, or he increases the cap to a lot.
No, yeah.
So
What else was I supposed to say?
to let them know that if things go south, they might get summoned.
Okay,
It's
hold on.
It's gonna be super awkward from their perspective.
And also remember, you only have like 24 words.
5.
Okay.
Are you
35.
doing a second spell?
Yes, I have sending,
Oh,
by
okay.
the way.
Okay.
So yeah,
I thought you were going in person.
raw, the maximum fall damage is 20d6.
Which is funny because you basically do get to a point where you can jump off any building and not die.
If you have enough hit points, yeah.
Yeah.
If you have enough hit points.
Or if you're an orc with that one special ability.
Half orc with
Yeah.
relentless endurance.
Fall a million miles, splat. No, I'm okay. Shit.
Something.
pull the opposite of a glaive. Just suck everything back in.
I think I broke something called the planet.
But using some of my magic ring, I can get them out. And I think we're pretty sneaky to get there.
All right. What do you need me to do?
You're more perceptive than I am, so you might while I dispel the magic around the cage. I will try to get Laura out first. I have a special ability. I can switch places with her, and I can easily get out.
It was a very bold claim that I'm more perceptive than you, but I will do my best.
You can see more easily in the dark.
Fair.
And despite how high Xavier's stats is, wisdom is not up there.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
ready.
Okay.
I am sending to Glaive.
Oh boy.
You better fucking listen, boy.
Boy.
You ready?
I put the rest of the gun away.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. They have more friends of ours than we thought. We are going in. Time is of the essence. Cult of Tiamat is here. Possible summon. Boom.
Fire bad.
Oliver.
Sorry.
Oliver.
You're, sorry. I thought you were replying. I thought you were replying to Sapala. I'm like, well, you've got 24 more to go.
Oh! She has the actual sending spell. I didn't know druids got that.
Hmm. Are you replying, or you Oliver, or talking to Oliver? I wasn't. I thought you were sending that.
Literally 25. I count.
No.
There's just 25 words of him going, oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Oliver.
Anyway, yes, Glaive.
The cult of Tiamat has more of our friends up in that camp. We need to accelerate our timeline.
What do you have in mind?
I once told my old archmage that he wasn't allowed to do this. Do you perchance have... Glaive begins to explain the concept of Greek fire.
DM, what?
Greek-
Greek fire is.
Oh,
napalm.
Greek. I thought you said Greek. I thought you said reach fire. Greek fire. Yes, I am aware of the concept of napalm. In the morning. Yeah. This is a terrifying concept. Why did you bring it up?
Why are we accelerating the timeline?
They have more of our people inside of that camp, and Sapala sent me a message.
Go.
That means that the situation is not one that can wait. We're also waiting for summons.
I don't
You-
see how that requires fire, though. The whole point was we don't want to hurt as many of them as possible. There's citizens of Amon in that camp.
I'm aware.
And our dumbass brothers.
And yes,
We're also going to need a few good shots.
well, we have the entirety of the Whitestone Cavalry Guard.
I mean, with trebuchet or catapult.
We're gonna eat the rich.
You're more of a
What?
shock and awe kind of tactician, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes, whenever we need a distraction.
Yeet that fire.
I need you to understand, I spent 40 years keeping people away from my home. Shock and awe is the best way to do that.
Oliver turns around to the war table that was on there. 2 months ago, I would have agreed with you full-hearted. But now I'm concerned for the heart of our people. If they see us as nothing but brutes, are we no worse than the enemy?
Is there a way that we can send a sneaky crew in?
We already have a sneaky crew in.
That's
A
us.
second sneaky crew. I mean, we've already sent off the letter to Drassig that I'm going to meet him and battle him, so...
Well, there's another option.
What?
You all head to the Goat Pass, and I actually meet him on the field of battle tonight.
Send him another letter. Hey, can we do this sooner?
No,
Yeah.
Look, tomorrow's not good for me.
I have tea.
even though we have said the battle will be tomorrow, if he sees me marching across the field and beginning to prep for tomorrow's frivolities, it's very possible that they will likely want to,
Meet sooner?
or at the very least, come down there and make a show of it. This wasn't the
With all due
original plan.
respect. With all due respect. I agree with this plan. And I'll accompany you on the field of battle. Not because I don't think you're capable of handling yourself. Get that thought out of your head. It's because... And then he just loudly clanks on his armor. I am not built for stealth.
I-
And I am too recognizable for stealth.
He's so charming.
You can do it.
Who, me?
Do you have a hat of disguise?
No!
No, but you got a cat of disguise.
I'm done with you. Mute yourself, lady.
I'm sorry.
Oldores,
Uh-oh.
Oldores?
Did we lose him?
You'll notice?
Is he muted?
No? That we can tell at least. Did he fall asleep again?
I wanted to include him. He's been quiet.
I don't think that me sneaking into the camp is a good idea because I am so recognizable by Drassig's men.
If you're
That's
sneaking,
one
that
of-
if you're sneaking, that shouldn't be a problem.
And that's
Yes,
also why
sir.
we try to disguise you.
Come now, sister. You are always great at hide and seek when we are children.
Yes, but I'm worried. I don't want to screw this one up.
You won't. You
I don't
are
wanna-
the Rolo.
Oh yes, we're known for not screwing things up.
Yeah.
No, you're known for. I've had to read up on your history when I was in Singorn. Yes,
for
you fuck up a lot, but you technically also keep a lot of disaster from happening.
Also true. I think they even each other out. The amount we fuck up versus the amount we fix.
So
Ah,
you both have a few fuck ups under your belt, so it sounds like it's time for karma to even itself out. God,
touche.
Glaive, you're a charmer.
I will relish having you on my side in the field of battle, but do know that this duel should be between myself and Drethig only if it is to take place.
Yes, and I'm only going to be there. And I'm only going to interfere if one of his men decides to step in.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? Here's my idea.
Okay.
Xavier can teleport us in at any moment, correct? So we could still go out and show a force, and then he could just teleport us in when he needs us. Like, we don't have to be very close for it to work, correct, Xavier, too?
Yes.
Because I'm assuming if Drastic is going to come, our dumbass brothers are going to be there as well.
That is a broad that is a broad but reasonable assumption. But
Maybe we can reason our brothers. I don't know. Or we could just slap them a few times.
reason with your brothers, Elena, they've been captured.
We don't know if they've been captured, if they're working for Drastic.
Yes, they have been captured. I know that they have because they told me so whenever I sent them a message.
Okay. Brother, do you know if they're working for them or if they've been captured for the by Drastic? Because the note that I received, it made it sound like they were working for him. Or with him. Cow. Brother.
Oh, you.
Brother.
I'm sorry.
Brother!
I thought you were. I thought you were talking to Glaive still.
No.
Focus.
We have been discussing that ad nauseum with our advisors. We're unsure if they are in captive or in trance.
Okay.
You remember the part where I told you that they were going to be killed if we didn't show up unarmed?
Yes. But my
And
brothers are
why would you
jacked.
kill somebody who is working for you?
Oh, because you
To
don't
get
value
us-
your workforce.
And also to get us to come unarmed to the camp. Because they know that I would do anything for my brothers. My family is my weakness, Glaive.
Yeah, you don't have to lecture me on that.
And your left side.
Shut up. We're not talking about our left side.
It's true.
I'm
it's
gonna
easy to
pretend I understand whatever the hell you just said. Anyways,
So I say we show up with Oliver in a show of force. You know, maybe do some sneaky sneak. And then we get teleported into the camp by Xavier. Xavier 2. Do we have to be within a specific range for the spell to work?
As long as you're not on another plane of existence.
I don't plan to be in another plane of existence anytime soon.
Then we'll be fine.
do you have banishment prepared?
We're gonna banish Drasig.
No, in case we do wind up in another plane of existence, I want to have Xavier 2 send us back.
I
Ah,
don't know that spell. I can't prepare it.
Crap.
I'll add it to my I'll add it to the list. Then give to the Prime.
I'm so
wait.
confused right now.
so
I'm an
we're
idiot,
going
I
to
have it.
so we're going to show up with Oliver to the battlefield, and then if they need us, they're going to teleport us in.
Well, if this is happening, we
could
better get
also-
moving.
I could also still pretend
Let's
to
go.
be you, but I
There's
don't
no
know
need
if
for
that's a
that.
good idea.
I will face him. This is a change in plans, but we shall do it.
'Cause felt like you were walking me into a trap, but that's besides the point.
Why would I walk you into a trap, sister?
I don't know.
Have I ever walked into a trap before?
Yes.
That trick with the water bucket over the door does not count.
Right. So we leave
Um,
now then.
We leave now then. Oliver heads out to the out the door, bursts it open, where all the generals and guardsmen and everyone that had been in the room previously that he had sent out were all just kind of waiting outside, breaking a seemingly awkward silence. Well, all plans in the bin as usual. We are going to be heading directly to the New Alba Hills this evening. Now, and going to be meeting Drastic in open combat on the field as a duel between myself and him. And there is just this roar throughout all of them as they begin to argue and agree, and some cheers, some like.
Can I just
fuck are you doing?
scream shut up at them? Just shut up.
Make an intimidation check.
Thaumaturgy.
Oh, you're gonna thaumaturgy me?
Doris
Am I
is
gonna
going.
get advantage?
So, yep, give advantage with the thaumaturgy.
And I'm gonna cover my ears.
Same.
Elbow Doris to do the same.
I just wanted, but I don't. I wanted to be like shut it, like Ginny Weasley, like, shut it.
Shut it.
That moment, you know. Oh, I didn't pull up my character sheet. I am underprepared. I apologize.
Oh god. 10 points from Gryffindor.
Intimidation.
That's why I like
18.
Hufflepuff more.
18. Yeah. All right. So your voice rings out across the open courtyard, echoing off the walls and towers around the military district.
Hey,
Everyone out there
Babe,
just
can you mute yourself? Sorry.
Me?
yes, you.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, Steven, you're back.
And he's
Steven?
gone.
Hello.
Ah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, a little bit ago, Oliver wanted to talk to you, but you weren't there.
My apologies.
No, no problem. So Elena, your voice rings out across the courtyard, and everyone falls silent.
Could I look to my brother? Like,
We are doing this to try to save not only my brothers, but a few others that are in that camp. We'll show ourselves as brave, show ourselves as honest, and we will not instigate a battle. We are going to go there to show ourselves, but we'll do it with honor. Agreed? Everyone just kind of murmurs in agreement. I said agreed! Everyone kind of says it again a little louder. All right. Prepare your troops. We leave in 15 minutes. And everyone kind of mills about. He turns to you, Oldores. Oldores, I've been wanting to seek your counsel on this matter. You know some of the inner workings of, well, your sister. She's an asset that they use, and I wanted to gain your take on the situation.
Not really sure what role she's playing now. We've taken out most of her allies, most of the tincture. My sister has become very much a stranger to me. In the brief time I've known about her, I feel like I know even less about her than I did when I don't know. I don't know.
It is all right. Am I being a fool, Oldores? Your counsel has always been of clear head.
I worry for you if we are recalled back to the camp and you are left alone.
Your worry is appreciated. And hadn't thought of that. Yes, that will be very scary if I'm suddenly alone in the field, but I will have an army to back me, so hopefully they can get to me in any time. I do not know what Drasig's plan on the field is, how close he'll want you all, but I'm sure he'll want me very close.
I don't know this Drasic. I don't know what he's capable of. But I would be prepared for anything. I can only imagine he's very dangerous.
Unfortunately, we know little of him. We had thought his entire family obliterated nearly 700 years ago, and yet here he is.
Which would lead me to believe something otherworldly is keeping him here. Some power, some...
Unless the family went into hiding.
I'm inclined to believe Eldores. The Drassic family was practically hunted down. Their lineage was short but violent. They impacted the very ground in the Umber Hills to a point where even to this day, all wildlife turns to ash.
I'm not saying that it can't be supernatural. I'm saying that either or could be possible.
Could be.
Well, I mean, knowing our luck, Yeah.
It's going to be supernatural, yeah.
right?
We can't just fight a
why would-
normal bad guy.
Why would there be a normal explanation for anything? Yes, I was just.
I'm 2,000 years old.
Exactly.
look at it.
Exactly. Exactly, Glaive. Exactly.
That's perfectly normal. Perfectly normal and ethical. Weren't you all through a
Wait.
Goliath the first time I met you?
He wasn't.
I
blind.
was, but then I turned into street paste, and Sapala brought me back, and now I'm having this whole relationship thing that I'm trying to figure out, and I just don't know if I'm ready for that level of commitment. I just found out my whole clan was murdered by a bunch of demons. What? Oh, sorry.
Say
That's my thing, not your thing.
I'll say he was he was turned into a halfling not too long ago. I think they're probably still scraping up part of him from the pavement.
Yeah.
Used to be 3 halflings in a trench coat.
Oh, now he's one halfling. in a
This is
trench
the one that
coat.
survived.
He's half the halfling.
Glaive Prime.
Glaive Prime.
Yeah, so he used to be a Goliath, but he's off.
He turns to Elena. How are you, the sane one? Yeah.
I'm not the sane one, though.
But I was.
Yeah, Eudorus is more
You're the
sane than I
level-headed
am.
one. I will never call Elena level-headed.
Thank you. I would take that as a compliment. Bougie as half of.
Excuse me. You're just jealous
You're
I make
bougie.
it.
Look at the armor that you're
You're
wearing.
jealous
okay?
I
It's
make it.
bougie.
It was a gift to me from Single.
No, it was not a gift from Sealgorn. It was a gift from Sealgorn.
Who do you think bankrolled it?
God. Ugh. Oh, I didn't
Anyway.
tell you. I'm an ambassador of Sealgorn.
Oh, God help us.
I know, right?
Well, of what?
It's of half-elf relations.
Oh my God! Did grandfather put you up to this?
No. The head elf did. I can't remember. his
Palpatine.
name. Yeah,
I'm do it.
You
Palpatine.
spoke with the Verdant Lord Calendar.
You know who
Yeah,
I'm talking
he
about.
was. It was either be an ambassador, or don't have their support in the fight against
What do
the
we want?
Chained Oblivion.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So,
You're not helping any. You're not doing anything to help our bougie attitude.
I'm aware. Okay, I just need like a sparkly tiara at this point.
I know someone that can make a great one in Single.
No, don't encourage her.
I was kidding. Like, also, who's gonna be your heir if you become king? Have you thought about this?
Well,
Nephew.
yes. I have younger brothers. I have a sister I would never want to see on the throne. I mean,
Well, if you're dead, you won't have to see her on the throne.
gallows humor I appreciate.
Too
Uh,
soon?
Look, we can stand around here talk all night, or we can get moving. And I see the troops moving out now. So,
Yeah.
shall we?
Let's do this. Go.
All
Do you
right.
have a
Draft.
spare horse?
Yes,
Or
of course.
That's
Oh,
fair.
I'm assuming you're riding the widest, shiniest horse available.
Excuse you me, that would clash with the armor. I'm wearing a black stallion.
Okay, but is he the shiniest?
His mane is really well groomed. Yes.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'll use horse.
so with Party 1 getting ready to do an infiltration into Drassig's camp, and Party 2 about to march across the plains of North Amman toward the New Umber Hills, I need to call out a session there tonight.
Wow, I want more D&D.
I know. I want to. Is there a way we can meet a little earlier?
I mean, I'm usually not doing anything.
Yeah,
Same.
free.
I don't even know
Ten?
why we started meeting late in the first place.
Because
Uh,
Cal,
Cow.
Because I was driving home from work at 9 p.m. now, but now I'm working from home, so I'm not driving anymore.
10?
Yeah, 10 would be fine.
9?
8?
Yeah, 9 for you.
9
I
cowboy
wish, but
time?
I still work till 9 p.m. Eastern.
Damn it.
10?
Yeah, 10 would be good. That way we get a little bit more in here. It's just
Yeah.
I work
Or
early mornings on Saturday.
we meet at 9:30 and then actually actually start playing at 10.
That works for me too. I'll be off at 9, so that'll work.
So
You have the
8:30
brains. Good for you.
our time, 9 yeah.
So 8:30.
Let's be realistic. We have to plan it ahead of time.
Yeah.
2:30, yes.
8:30.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Sorry about that. Bye.